Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn to Love DIY. Today we're creating this Dollartree Thanksgiving Farmhouse pumpkin. And I went ahead and showed you two ways that you can go ahead and use this one. I hung it in my dining room, as well as you'll see now on my door. So you can use it in decor to decorate your inside of the house, or use it on the outside. So here I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the materials I purchased. It's a very small haul, but I wanted to go ahead and show you those within this video, since it's just a couple of items. So I got the pumpkin, and then I got these cute little witches hats. It comes in a set of 5, and they were absolutely adorable, so I had to go ahead and grab them. And then I grabbed a couple other shapes. I got these cute little cats, also in a set of 5, and then I grabbed another bag of the owls, which comes in a set of 5 as well. And then I grabbed these beautiful metal, what would you call them, signs or words, and thankful, harvest, and welcome. And then I grabbed these stamps for my daughters. They are learning letters, and I want to go ahead and have them use a different kind of material. So anyway, to get started, I'll be using the pumpkin that's on the cereal box below, and then I'm going to be using one of the letters. As you've seen at the beginning of the video, I am going to be using the thankful word on this project, but that will leave me with 2 other ones for different projects if I went ahead and either create more of these same, or for a different project. Since the welcome and the harvest, the harvest in particular could be used for either Thanksgiving or Halloween, and then the welcome can be used at any time. So in this project, I'll be using this white chalk paint, and I do believe I ended up doing 2 layers of this chalk paint, and then I'll show you here what I went ahead and did after I completely covered it. I made sure to do the edges as well, so that you wouldn't see that wood piece. I did not do the back of this pumpkin, but I did do a second layer so that it would have complete coverage. Okay, for the next step, I'll be using Mod Podge and some removable tape, a brush, well, in this case I'm using a foam brush, and then a piece of copy paper and some glitter. Now I will be doing vertical lines on this pumpkin, and the reason why I'm doing the vertical lines versus the horizontal lines or stripes is because my letters, or the sign that I'm going to be putting on here, the thankful, is going to be put on horizontally, and so I just thought this would be the best way to showcase the stripes here of the glitter. So as you see here, I'm just applying a very light layer of the Mod Podge, and then applying the glitter, and this is a white glitter, and I'm just using a copy paper to kind of hold that, or to trickle that down, so I'm able to replace the amount that's left over. So I'm just kind of tapping it, and then just making sure that I've covered most of the areas, and then I'm going to go ahead and just place the leftovers back in the container. So then what I ended up doing is letting it dry for a little bit, and then I came back, removed the tape, and once I removed all the pieces of tape that I went ahead and applied, I went ahead and covered the whole pumpkin in Mod Podge. And then I placed it outside. We've had several sunny days, and just placed it outside to have it dry. So as you see here, first I'm applying the coating on the stripes so that it go ahead and absorbs as much as possible. And I'm doing it fairly thickly because I want to make sure that that glue doesn't go anywhere. And then I let it dry for about 24 hours before I went ahead and did anything. And that's just my choice. I mean, if you're able to go ahead and keep working on it in that same day, then, please go ahead and do so. Okay, so here we have our dried off pumpkin, all finished and ready to go, our thankful sign. And then I cut a few strips of ribbon that I had in my stash. And then I'm using the hot glue to go ahead and attach the sign to my pumpkin. And then I did also cut a thin strip from a thin ribbon in a white. I cut a piece out, and then I'll be using that for the top of the pumpkin to either hold it on the door as you saw at the beginning, or to go ahead and use it somewhere else in my home. Now that is optional. You could actually just find a way to cover the hole and then go ahead and just put it in a stand in your home, like in the kitchen area or in the living room area. That's also an option for you. I'm just kind of giving you the options that I intended to use the pumpkin in. So for now, I did leave it in my where did I put it? In my kitchen, or in the dining room space that we have in our kitchen. I went ahead and left it there. I have plans to do something different for our door, in the same form of a pumpkin, hopefully coming soon. And then what I wanted originally to do with these was tie it around the piece or the trunk of the pumpkin, but I didn't like the way that kind of looked, so I ended up trimming it in half and then using a smaller piece. So as you can see here, I don't like the way that looks. So I ended up just going ahead and cutting another strip of the thin ribbon here, and then just tying 2 knots around the group of ribbon here that I've assembled, and then I hot glued it onto the pumpkin. And I went ahead and left those strands. I didn't cut them off, and it just made it part of it. As you can see there, my daughter's trying to help me with the spools. But anyhow, so I kind of just try to fix them up a little bit, and then that was it. That was my completed pumpkin. And I kind of just try to make sure that the strands and the entire piece was perfectly, adhered to the project. So this is the sample, or my sampling of the way it would look on a door. Of course, you can make the ribbon that holds it onto the door a little shorter. But this is one way that you can use this pumpkin, and this is the second way. I did actually leave it as is in my home in the dining room area because I like the way that this looks, and I will be doing another project for my door. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.